Hello everyone, and welcome to Greece. This week is a really special week because it's my birthday week, and I really wanted to spend it talking to you about the different ways that I've spent my birthdays whilst I was traveling or working around the world. So I want to start with Bali. And I spent 2 of my birthdays in Bali in 2017 and 2018, and I had the most amazing time. And the reason, one of the things that I absolutely could not believe is that I had spent 2 years on and off, living between the UK and Bali, and I met so many wonderful people. And what was incredible is that we met and instantly knew that we would get on together for the rest of our lives. Really, there are connections that you make in Bali that are absolutely amazing. We do something which is called the Bali hug, and then when you hug someone for more than 30 seconds, you really get to know them in a way that you wouldn't anyone else. French people just kiss on his cheek, and it's not the same as that Bali hug. So every time that I had my birthday, I would invite a lot of people, and I just always was gobsmacked at the fact that even though I had not spent a lot of time in Bali, I had so many people who would show up. I had more friends showing up at my birthday in Bali than I had when I did a birthday in the UK, even though I lived there for 20 years. So that just gives you an idea of the kind of friendship that you can create when you are over there. That's why I can't wait to go back. And my birthdays were always set out with intention. So I always had a little theme, and it was about being French. And I asked everyone to bring something that would make them feel French, or either a little scarf or something a little bit sexy, or even red lipstick, something that would put them into the mood. And then they would arrive, and I had prepared loads of different pieces of paper with questions on those papers. And really nice questions that would make sure that they would not be answered by yes or no. Yes, questions that would be answered in, with a long answer so that I have the time to get to know you. So every time you would enter, then I would give a piece of paper and say to someone, you don't know this person, go and speak to them, take a piece of paper and go and engage in a conversation. So very quickly, everyone got to speak with each other, which was really lovely. One of the things as well that I did is that when people came, they had to set an intention on how they were going to feel at my party the whole night. So in 3 words, I gave them a piece of paper, and they had to write, tonight I want to feel, like French, sexy and fabulous. So they would write that, and then I had a washing up line with pegs, and I would hang that in around the room. And it's really extraordinary how suddenly, the mood is elevated. Everyone is chatting with each other, even if they don't know each other from Adam and Eve. And it creates such a wonderful atmosphere. I also had spent about, I would say, 3 days flat out cooking, and I wanted it to be, my birthday. So I'm a meat eater, so I cooked. I took loads of chicken and meat, and in Bali, especially in Ubud where I live, it's all very vegetarian, vegan, raw food, blah blah blah. That's not really me. And I drink beer and I drink alcohol, and it's my birthday, and over there a lot of people drink juices or milk. One of my guests came with this 1 liter of almond milk, which is what he drank all night. So it was quite funny. But what was lovely is to have all these different people around me, and also a great mixture of men and women. So Ubud is very spiritual, and you find so many so many women there. I would actually say that the proportion is kind of 1 man to 4 women, so the men have it, gloriously. But at my party, I made sure that we had a really good proportion of both. And it's also the usual to go to bed around 10 p.m. Because, well, everyone is spiritual and everyone wakes up. And it's also the fact that the Balinese people, they wake up very, very early in the morning. So for, out of respect, you do exactly the same. But yes, hooray! I had so much great music that everyone stayed at least until past midnight to 1 a.m., which is again very exceptional for Ubud. So I have an amazing recollection of my birthday and of one particular thing as well that happened. My friend Colleen does this thing, which is one thing I love about, which is the most painful thing that you have to go through when you have issues dealing with compliments, like I do. So the party stops, and before you have the cake, everyone has to say something that they love about you. So someone would say, what I love about Carol is. Then another person would say, what I love about Carol is. And everyone has to do it. And I can tell you, the first time it happened, it was like, oh my God, another compliment. It's really, well, for me, it required a lot of strength to actually stay there and receive all these compliments. And then it's not finished, because then Colleen goes around and says, Carol, she's American. And she's like, do you get how much we love you? And I'm like, oh my God, no way, this is crazy, that's not me. But you learn how to take that love, and the first year was so painful, but the second one was wonderful. So what I really loved about this birthday is that I had cooked so much, I had prepared so much to make sure that everyone would get on with each other, because my biggest pleasure was actually not so much to talk to all my guests, but to see all my guests getting to know each other and hold them in that space and cook for them and serve them. And then, then I was celebrated in return, and it was an amazing feeling. And that's sorry, I'm having a fight with the cat. And one of the reasons why I'm creating this free women's circle for to turn you on and to switch you on to be able to overcome your fears of going anywhere traveling solo, is because I love holding people. And when you hold people and when you give them time to get to know each other and discover strangers, you feel that there are things that everyone shares together and stories that really also inspire you and give you the love that you need and the assurance that you need in order to actually be yourself, your real self, your limitless self. And that is really what you get out of sharing moments, even with strangers, because that when you're all in the one place, in the same place, and you've all come there with an intention, then you learn so much, and it brings you freedom in a way that nothing else can. So I'll put the link to join my my Turned On Female Traveler free circles down below underneath the video, and tomorrow I will do a video on my birthday in the tiny yet mighty country of Lesotho. Thank you. Bye bye.